Retro Unboxing.
Hello viewer, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jonathan, thanks for watching. I'm just going to say it, I don't normally say it in my videos, but if you are enjoying my videos and would like to see more, because I've got plenty more of these mobile phone and game console videos, if you do enjoy what you see, please give us a like and a subscribe. Like I say, don't normally say it, but I'm going to say it now. And with that, I'm going to continue with my actual video, which is an unboxing of this, which is a Nokia 3210 from 1999. It was absolutely the first mobile phone that I ever owned. And there's a good reason for that. One is because I was 19 years old, and well, effectively, other than the Nokia 5110 and a couple of other phones, mobile phones really just didn't exist then. I'm just showing you around the box as I chat away, because you can see that this is in incredible condition. This is one of the, if you saw the little video I did the other week, this is one of the phones I picked up as part of a job lot. At a cost of 350 quid for 9, so this has kind of cost me about 40 quid. The box is in almost perfect condition, other than maybe like a little bit of a mark there, and the fact that someone's written "Sold Mitchell" on the front there, but you can barely see that. So as I always say, I'm extremely pleased to have picked this up, and I'm going to show it you today. Typically, mobile phones in the UK, at least, kind of really only came to any kind of, say, prominence, but as a mainstream thing that people actually started to do in the very late 1990s. So maybe 97, but I tend to remember more 98, 99, and that's when I got my first phone, which was this 3210. Well, not this 32, but it was a 3210, and I got mine in 1999. I worked in. I'm going to start unboxing as I chat away. Not that there's a great lot to unbox. But I worked in the Macarthur Glen designer outlet at Mansfield, which is still there. It's junction 28 of the M1. Not that this is some sort of plug, but I used to work in the record shop, the CD shop called XS, which I think was part of the Virgin store chain. But anyway, a BT Cellnet shop opened up in Macarthur Glen back in 1998, 99, and the first thing I did with the wages that I was earning from the shop was to go and get myself. I think I had to get a credit card. I got a Barclaycard, and then the first thing I did was go and get a mobile phone contract, and this was the phone, and I'm always excited to see any of these kind of things, for the first time in such a long time. Just quickly looking through the instruction manual, I think I said this about one of the other Nokias, is that the phones were so simple to use, but then you've got these ridiculously big manuals with so much information, how to press a button, how to make a call, so simple, but they still gave you a very comprehensive guide as to how to do just about anything with one of these things. Switching the phone on or off. Yeah. Anyhow, I'm blathering. So there's not really much to unbox. There's the yeah. So we're going to leave that there, and then the phone. And the phone is in absolutely beautiful condition. It's not new. It's not quite like new. You can see that it's been used, but it is in absolutely excellent. It's collector condition. You know, like I say, I'm a collector of these things, and this is exactly what I'm kind of aiming for when I look to buy something. I just noticed as I looked around, this one didn't even have infrared. It was extremely basic. So these were lovingly known as the brick phone. They're very solid, very weighty, and they always felt like you could drop them from a great height and they'd very much survive. Or if you were walking down the high street and needed some extra cash, that you could just wang it through the bank window, run in, steal some cash, and get back out again, because they were just, well, like a brick. So just popping the battery out, these had these little funky kind of top bit, and that was just a way of pressing that down so that you could get the battery out of the phone easily enough. Open the camera is just picking this up pretty well. I think it should. So it just clips in there. Oh yes, so a lot of Nokia phones did have an express on cover. I'll just mention that while I've got the phone, while I've got the back off of the phone. You had these express on covers, and basically you could take the front and, well, that went well. You could take the front and the back of the phone off. I mean, you can feel you can see the newness, and that there's no real marks. There's a bit of dust on the screen, which I'm gonna just deal with. So yeah, you could buy these extra covers and cases, of which I've got a couple here, so that you could have a different colour if you wanted to express yourself. That's the express on cover. Honestly, I think I've said it before, I was always very much preferred the kind of OEM look of phones and any kind of gadgets, really. So I never really bothered. You could buy these really shitty third-party cases as well. I mean, basically anybody with a plastic mouldings factory were knocking these things out, and they were just cheap. But everybody loved them. I always hated them. So that's actually just going in the bin now. So yeah, put this phone back together. You could, there was this really good thing. So you could always change the keypad. You know, if this got kind of knackered up or whatever, so you could change the keypad easily. And to be fair, by the time you'd changed the front and changed the back, you kind of got yourself a new phone. So they're pretty easy to just clip back on. Certainly much easier to clip back on than they are to get off, as evidenced by me earlier. And then the back also just kind of clipped in. So there we are. So now battery in, SIM card in, and just going to get the bad boy started. Robert Mitchell. So that's the guy I bought it off. And on the front there it says sold Mitchell. So yeah. Anyhow, small things. So what time is it? Just need to set the time. It is 12:15. Time is set, and it is the 12th of September. 1, 2. What month is September? It's the 9th, isn't it? Yeah. 092022. Vodafone, 2 bars of battery, and yeah, we're good to go. I did love this. There's just such a classic. Bearing in mind that this is 22 years old, 23 years old. It's just got a timeless design. I mean, granted, you know, there's no real features on it, but you could still use this today. You know, if it did modern things. I mean, I I'm going to make a call with it. Right, well I can't call anybody because I've used all my calling credit, but yeah. So I'm just going to just sort of rattle through the menus now, because there's just not really a great lot to show you with these things. And messages, there should be no messages, but I mean basically you just had a message inbox, a call register, which I now can't go into because I've just dialed my own number. Settings, call settings, and you could set some speed dials, which is always useful. The own number sending, which was always useful for hiding your number if you were making any crank calls to the local pizza people. Not that I ever did that or would condone any of such behaviour. Phone settings I will just very quickly look into. So welcome note, I'm going to change that from Robert Mitchell to row on box in classic YouTube, this folks. Save. Welcome note, network selection, confirm sim. No, we don't want any of that. So back out of that. Call register. Call divert. Let's have a look at the games. Come on, I mean, I've always got to have a look at the snake. Oh, top score. What's the save top score? 0. Well, I'm going to smash that. Oh no, that's not Snake, is it? I'm not interested in these rotation games or memory games. I just want to play Snake. What's the top score of Snake? 0. New game. Well, I've done the top score. Riveting. Oh, top score 2. Boom. And I think we've got to have a look. So yeah, we've got a calculator. We can do the clock, and we can do some alarms in there, and that's about it. And tones, and that's pretty much all that's left to show you is the ringtone. And as I've mentioned before, and I will mention again, I'm afraid by the time I've gone through all of these lovely Nokias up here, I'm going to be showing you a lot of ringtones. And as I've said before, the usual one that I will go with is just a ring. Oh, it did have a composer, so we could do the old. That was my rendition of God Save the Queen. How do we get out of that then? Back. Ringtone. Grande Valse. What's that? I thought that was just Nokia tune. So this is the original name for Nokia tune was just Grande Valse. Grande Valse. Grande Valse. Grande. So I'd probably use something like B. Maybe something like Mosquito. A lot of people use that one. That's very recognisable. Oh, I always like that. Yeah. It's the ring. It's the ring. Own tone. Receive tone. Oh, fusion. you would never ever have catch me down the pub using one of these shitty ringtones. This is called hip hop. Doesn't sound much like hip hop to me. Don't think this phone didn't even vibrate. There was a version of it. Apparently, the vibration is built into the phone, but Nokia just never turned it on for the UK market. Apparently, you can apparently hack them and turn it on, but this is just a standard phone, and therefore isn't or hasn't been hacked. So it has no other features. One of the biggest selling features of this was that it didn't have the little stubby aerial. I think it even says somewhere on the box. Oh, it might have been. I mean, obviously, I remember the phone very well. I did a quick little bit of research on Wikipedia, and one of the selling points was that the aerial, the antenna was, internal. So I'm guessing this area here is the antenna, and what that meant was that you didn't have the little stubby aerial that was sticking up out of things like the 5110 and other previous phones. I think the Motorola. I had a friend who had the Motorola StarTAC, which had a retractable aerial, which was pretty cool. But I just love this. This was I can remember actually owning this phone and just not taking it anywhere and driving to work, right? And on my way home from work, I had a car crash. Felt in my pocket. I don't take my phone with me anywhere. No one rings me. You get the odd text message. You couldn't look at porn or anything on these things. And I had a car crash and ended up having to walk about 1.5 miles to a bloody phone box because I didn't carry my mobile phone with me, which, now you just wouldn't even consider going anywhere. Wallet, keys, phone, right, yeah. Back in the day, you just didn't. But yeah, just such fun memories of times gone past, and yeah, I just like having these things in my collection, just to be able to get out, have a look at every now and again, and just have a little touch and a little, just get them out. Just whip them out, have a little play with it, and then put it back. Yeah, I loved old Nokias. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.
Retro Unboxing.